character, families, religious people, working people, an aroma every few blocks. Mom and pop stores. We had push carts with watermelons out in the street, horse and buggy. Now, we had all that stuff that you see in the movies. My father was a longshoreman. That was the mainstay of the neighborhood, the livelihood of the neighborhood. We had a very people-oriented union of the longshoremen, thousands and thousands of men strong. When the fathers came home from work, all the longshoremen, you would see them trekking up the streets with their gloves and their hooks. And you know that was time to go in. Daddy was coming home, and you all had to go in, leave the game. Everybody, mother would come out. Come up and eat, Louis. Come up and eat, Nicola, you know.
The beauty, the cleanliness, the old ways, it's starting to disappear. This was brownstones, not high-rises. The city's one thing, Brooklyn's another. Now they're gonna build a big building over there, 7 or 8 stories high. They're gonna take the beauty away from the neighborhood. There are people coming into this neighborhood, they stay 6 months and then they move out. You see people walk by you every day, you wanna acknowledge them, they walk by, they don't even acknowledge you. They think it's too gaudy in here. I says, this is a place that's been here since 1930. You don't find places like this no more. I'm not gonna change anything. I grew up with people for 30 years. They no longer live here. They don't know me anymore. I don't know them anymore. But you always think back of what the good times that you had. You went down to the schoolyard, you played ball. You hung out on the front stoop, you played cards, or you bullshitted, this and that. But you had fun. That's all gone. I see all these kids today. Video games, computer games. Where they playing ball anymore? Mr. Ryan, how are you?
Great, because I was talking to girls all day. So.
Nice. You ready for this one? Watch this one.
That's good you have an audience.
Yeah.
I get you on the way back. Don't worry about it. Oh, I told you how many times. Stop spilling the wine.
I started working in 1950 with my uncle. Dishwasher, then the cook, then the bartender. After the bartender, waiter. I'm the boss now.
Give me a veal parmesan ziti and a half an order of spaghetti burro.
I like to make a pizza and make the people happy. So when I work in the street, everybody say, Mario, you got good pizza. Really, my pizza good.
Oh, the restaurant's been in my family since 1930. My father's been here since 1950. I was born and raised in here. I went to school here, grammar school, high school, and college. So this is where my roots are. I mean, yeah, I can go live any place else, but my roots are here. I won't give up. I won't give up. I won't sell my properties. Why? Because this is my neighborhood.
We've been in the business, the biggest coffee store, for about 60 years. First my father had it, then he gave it to my brother, and then my brother gave it to my nephew, Francis. Hello, everybody. Get it. You don't mind.
You're way too beautiful, girl.
I'm not lying, am I?
Yes, you are.
Joan, I'm putting you out of business, Joan.
Yeah, friends like you.
Who needs enemies?
I'm living here all my life, and I live on Court Street. The old neighborhood was very nice. Everybody knew everybody. Now, you don't know your next door neighbor sometimes. I mean, they go to work, they have children, they're just for themselves, I guess. You just say, hello, how are you, and that's it. It's a different world now, you know?
We're cooking, son. Hello? How you doing, Grandma Liz?
Hey, how are you?
I miss you. O merciful God, thou who dwellest on high, grant perfect rest beneath the sheltering wings. unto the soul of mommy, who has gone to her eternal home. May her soul be bound up in the bond of eternal life, and may she rest in peace.
Amen.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Well, the change, we didn't notice the change because it was occurring subtly. Some buildings became vacant and the structures were renovated and the rents were sky high and people moved out and people couldn't stay, and we lost our push carts, we lost the longshoreman union, we lost some ethnicity in our neighborhood, but the history was always here, and the people, something special. They were generation upon generation.
A lot of mom and pop stores moved away because the rents are too high. Across the street was a clinic. It's a shame. They sold it, and now they gave it up, and now condos are going up there. It's heartbreaking. All condos, all over the place. Condos.
The longshoreman building, all the longshoremen that were in the neighborhood, that's where they went.
It was a community center. It was a social center. It was where people found their common ground. Well, it's something that you get choked up about, to see that building going down, to see a machine piling into the structure, and they couldn't demolish it so fast. It took them a while. This apparatus that they were using was stymied. I'm telling you, they had to resort to some other method. The structure was so sound, like the working men that occupied it. And that was a piece of life in our neighborhood.
All the old timers will have moved on, died, their kids moved out of their neighborhood, and when they move, you very rarely see them anymore because there's nothing here for them to come back to. You know, that's what you miss. You miss the people. I made friends with so many people. They don't live here no more. They moved out. And sometimes I hate becoming friends with them because you lose them. I'll end up probably dying here too. But I enjoy it. I love it. It's still my neighborhood. As much as it's changed, and I still love my neighborhood. If we have to pull together to fight for the neighborhood to keep it the way it is, I'll fight too. You never change anything that's good. Once you change something that's good, you lose it forever.